I wasn't too crazy on that shit though. I did
fuck you! You got fucking Kermit and Cell singing 2 Time. Then you got them doing their own song, Love Times Love, which is hysterically funny.
If you say so, George, Boy George. Who was Boy George? Wasn't that a wrestler?
Boy George? No, Boy George was fucking from what the fuck's that group? The 80s. The Culture Club. Culture Club.
Okay. Beats me.
That's Boy George.
I still don't know what you're talking about. Culture Club. It's the Culture Club. All right. And we're off to a start. We're off to the races. We're just gonna keep this as the same. Wrestling with Time 16. This is part 2. Wrestlemania Night 2. And yeah. We start off with the game. You do it, kid.
The game comes out. Does his entrance. I'm surprised that with his defibrillator and everything, they wouldn't allow him to go out and do that because of the energy that he could have received.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that he was able to go out, do his thing, be happy, put his boots in the ring, or officially retire. Hoping that, that's one, you say like Stone Cold coming back in wrestling's one thing, but Triple H now has a defibrillator on his heart. He'll never be able to wrestle again.
Yeah, it is. It does suck.
And yeah, I know in wrestling, never say never. But wrestling, never say never. But Triple H's case, never is never.
Yeah, and this brings me back to a quote we said a couple episodes ago, and actually last episode, since this is only part 2 of one. We got Taker, Austin, Hunter, our entire childhood practically in one night, one weekend, and it brings back that old our childhood is dying, kid, or fading per se, not dying but fading, or in the words of Taker, resting in pieces.
They say that 2050 is closer than 1990, so.
Yeah, I mean, Triple H, I thought he was coming out in old joking manner to say, how was it seeing my 2 sons? One was grandfathered in through Randy, but, still sons nonetheless. Back to the Seth Cody match. But
I'm glad he came out, put his boots in the ring, and said, welcome to WrestleMania. It was good. Yeah. It was very good for him.
Yep, and we're kicking off the night with your dude, your favorite, everyone's favorite stoner wrestler, RK-Bros.
We got a triple threat. Hold on, player. Tonight, we're going to have a triple threat tag team match. Tag team championships. We'll have the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. It's a tag team match, player.
Who'd you have picked out the gate?
Orton and Riddle.
Yeah, I had them picked too. It was an intense match.
Even though that Orton had a lot of WrestleMania moments, it's good for Matt Riddle to get the moment. But then after that, everybody got a moment. So it's not like,
Yeah, I mean, it was a great match, though.
It's like nobody was robbed of their WrestleMania moment that night. Everybody got it.
Yeah, such a high energy match. Typical back and forth like we always get. When you get some of the best tag teams in the world to do it.
I love Chad Gable. Chad Gable. Whenever he gets pissed, he just shouts, shoot!
Yeah. Fucking
hysterical. Chad Gable's going to be United States champion one day. I will say that.
Not if Gable Stevenson has anything to say. More on that later.
Fuck Gable Stevenson. Doesn't even talk.
But yeah, it was a big brawl. We got a super RKO. Haven't seen one in a while from Riddle.
From the top rope from Matt Riddle.
Yeah, and then I mean, probably haven't seen one since like SmackDown versus Raw 08 or 09 or whatever game it was that they put the super RKO in, where you put him up on the turnbuckle and super RKO, and that was an insane RKO. And then we get another one by Randy. So Randy said, "I'll show you how it's done." That was the perfect catch too, midair. Like Randy caught that. Like the timing on that shit was precise.
Randy's timing is perfect.
That was the Viper. Also,
Randy Orton is probably the best technical wrestler and the best timing wrestler in the industry.
Which also brings me to, we were talking about those logos when Cody came back in the beginning of the match. They throw up. It was funny because they had like the Viper snake, and then they had like the Bro snake, and the Viper's like trying to strike him, and the Bro just keeps moving, but he's got the hat on the snake. I thought that was great.
With the fucking mustache to look like Randy's and everything. Yeah. This shit's fucking awesome. I love that tag team. I wish their tag team nothing but the best. But I know what's going to end up happening when they do end up breaking them up. They're going to turn Orton heel.
Of course.
And Riddle's going to get the biggest fucking push of a lifetime because of that.
Yeah. We do get...
There's a reason why WWE likes Riddle. There is a reason, because Riddle is another UFC guy. Riddle's another one of those guys that brings legitimacy to the sport.
And he's the barefoot brawler, kid. The barefoot brawler.
He used to do that in UFC. That's the reason why. He's more comfortable without his shoes than wearing shoes.
He's like Donnie Thornberry from the Wild Thornberries of the WWE.
Oh, yeah. He's got the hair. He's crazy and everything.
I know we brought him up last night. I think it was Stab, though. The Stab episode that we went throws a fucking plate.
Riddle, this is for you. Bro.
Such a slow smoke release, bro. But yeah, we kind of do get a little bit of Gable versus Gable, First name Gable, last name Gable.
First name Gable, last name Gable.
Gets that little slam in there.
1 6'4" and 1 5'3".
So what's going on with this guy Gable? He's being brought up on sexual allegations.
They're fucking treating him like the next coming of Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar all in one, to where that, not for nothing. This is how bad people's memories are. Kurt Angle trained Chad Gable in the 2010-2011 Olympics. Nobody remembers that because they aired it only on TNA when Kurt Angle was still at TNA. They went through Kurt's entire Olympic training with Chad Gable, and Chad Gable was debuted in TNA first when he was training for the Olympics.
Okay.
WWE doesn't want to reference that fact. I don't understand why. I guess because TNA and Impact own that, I guess. But they should bring up the fact that, when they split up when they split up fucking
Alpha Academy? No. That's what they are.
Jason
now, right?
Jordan and Chad Gable. They went with the thing that Chad Gable looks, Jordan looks like fucking Kurt Angle. It's like, why? Because they're bald. It's like, not for nothing. Gable Stevenson looks like fucking Jason Jordan's brother.
Yeah.
So I don't want another WWE storyline saying that Gable Stevenson is really fucking Kurt Angle's illegitimate son. Kurt Angle had another one. And then fucking they do the whole storyline between Chad Gable and Gable Stevenson going, no, you know what? I'm sick and tired of this. I'm Kurt Angle's son.
Imagine they do
everything. And
well, you think they're bringing Kurt back for that?
But WWE would do that. They would. But if I was writing it, I would write it to where that you're going to have Gable Stevenson versus Chad Gable at next year's WrestleMania, and you can build it up for a whole year. Mm-hmm. You can do all this Olympian stuff for a whole year. Both of them are Olympians, so you can build that up for a whole fucking year.
Yeah, you can.
And you can do the stipulation that if Gable Stevenson wins, the Alpha Academy officially breaks up, or if Chad Gable wins, Gable Steveson is officially a member of the Alpha Academy.
Which you think they'd make it a trio?
To where it's 2 Olympians all year going at it in different challenges. You could do 10, 15-minute promos with them and everything, show the legitimacy of these 2 guys. And then at WrestleMania, you could have a legitimate 5-star technical wrestling match between 2 of probably of this generation's greatest Olympians in America.
Yeah, that'd be fire, though. They should do something like that.
They say that's the way I would write it.
Well, maybe WWE needs to hit you with that. Hey, we're hiring now. Now hiring. Help wanted.
Imagine if Logan Paul watched all this shit and then fucking Logan Paul steals my ideas. I'm going to have to copyright everything.
He probably will. We talked a lot about him last night. His name's going to be popping up a lot more lately. A lot more these days. We got match number 2. You want to take it?
Match number 2.
Who you got? Amos and
Bobby. Number 2.
Bobby and Amos, kid. Lashley.
Oh.
The unstoppable force.
So we had fucking
object.
Okay. Sorry. I spaced off for a moment.
It's all right.
We had Bobby Lashley returning WrestleMania to face Omos. Now,
I predicted Omos.
I thought Bobby was going to go over.
I kind of thought Omos. I thought they would.
The only reason why is that they weren't going to push Omos that quickly on getting over that fast.
Yeah. You don't think they'd let him over that fast? Well, not over Bobby.
There was a couple of botches in that match.
Yeah. He was throwing Bobby around first, though, and then
botches happen. It happens.
Bobby came out on Monday Night Raw, and he was like, "Yeah, I was." He admitted to it. Took a little bit of a beating or whatever he was saying on Monday, but
and then fucking MVP comes out and fucking kicks his ass, and then Omos kicks him.
It's just Omos is such a big guy, bro. It's hard to be like that versatile.
I'm surprised that Kim Kardashian is not going after Omos.
To be that fluid in the ring.
Fuck Pete Davidson. How come she's not going after him?
How tall is he? What did they bill him at? 7'3", 7'4"?
She's having problems with Kanye, right? You're having problems with Kanye, so go date Omos. You'll never have a problem with Kanye ever again.
Kanye
be scared of him.
He'd still be talking that shit, yapping. He'd be like, "I'll whoop that guy's ass.
I don't know.
Whoop that motherfucker's
I really
ass."
don't know. I think Kanye would be shitting his fucking pants at that point.
Or he'd just be like,
oh, this guy's 6'7". He's fucking 400 pounds. Fuck that.
Oh, I'm going to let y'all finish. But Kanye, I'm going to let y'all finish. But Kim, whatever. I'm going to let y'all finish. But Omos, you could keep the bitch. That's what I'm trying to
Hold
get.
Hold on. I'm going to let you finish. But I just want to say that Kim Kardashian's ass is the nastiest thing I've ever smelled in my life.
He loves that ass, though, Kanye.
Too many of me have been up in that bitch.
You know what? It used to look horrible. I don't know. It looks like it's like getting better. I don't know over the years. Like, did she have more work done to it? That
she's
made the
adding more and more Botox.
Okay, but I'm saying it definitely looks better.
Kind of like fucking Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton's like 78, and she still looks like she's in her 50s.
She's Botoxed out.
All Botoxed out. Her fucking cheeks are all made of Botox. Pretty soon, Dolly Parton's going to be the new Joan Rivers, to where that she can't even smile. Rest in peace, Joan Rivers, one of the funniest fucking women in the fucking industry. One of the funniest.
Comedy, kid, man. Nothing beats comedy, man. Gotta laugh.
Shout out to the Fashion Police. That was ran by Joan Rivers. Good fucking podcast. Good show also.
Shout outs to Betty White. She was almost 100. She was 99. Thank you for being a friend to a lot of lives.
Fucking media killed her for fucking stretching it out because it was a big milestone. It's like, it's not a big milestone. The fuck you talking about? People live over 100 all the time. It's just not fucking news.
It kind of is because like it was her career that spanned over the decades, the things she did, the accomplishments, the feats.
Understandable, yes, but at the same time,
But still, not a lot of people
Same
do
time,
make it to
the
100,
media
bro. Especially
killed
famous
her at
people.
that point because they kept pressuring her because they wanted to do interviews every day and do this and, you know,
Yeah,
record
it's probably
everything up
stressful.
until her birthday. And
Yeah.
media killed her.
Yeah, I could see
You
that.
should have left the poor woman alone. When she reached her 100th birthday, you guys could have filmed the entire party at her house. And then there you go.
Yeah, I see that.
She would still be alive today if the media didn't fucking make a big deal of Betty White's turning 100.
We talked last night on a lot about naturals in the industry, and we mentioned Logan Paul was a natural. However, absolutely parallel with that train, there's nobody that could be more of a natural, especially at getting an ass whooping, than our next match, which is Knoxville versus Zane. And that is Johnny Knoxville, man. He's a fucking natural. Put it right here.
Let me say this. I said it in the last episode that all the celebrities went over. Ever since Bad Bunny showing at the Royal Rumble last year, it's just been fucking fire with the celebrities. Celebrities are really actually doing the time, doing the effort, and actually learning the shit. And I gotta say, the funniest match I have ever seen in my life. This is what wrestling is supposed to be when you go to these crazy antics. And this is like, it was a throwback to the 90s. Let's just say WrestleMania 38. It wasn't the most stupendous WrestleMania of all time. It's when we turn the clocks back and we actually have fun.
Yeah.
And that's what that WrestleMania was. We're turning the clocks back.
It was a very fun weekend.
We had Stone Cold Steve Austin. We had Cody Rhodes. We had this match, which was, in my eyes, the brand new hardcore match.
I did say a tweet and I said, man, WrestleMania weekend is
Johnny
already
Knoxville
over. It came and went
considered
so
the hardcore champion right now.
Yo, I remember just like 1 minute, you're just sitting there, you're watching the match, and then
bring back the hardcore championship. Johnny Knoxville can defend that shit even on fucking Jackass TV and the movies. That would be good money. And that'd be good business.
That would be awesome. They should definitely do that. Johnny
Knoxville. You could have Sami Zayn chasing after it. You guys can do the same thing like R-Truth does when he comes up with the 24/7 title crap, which is hysterical. I love R-Truth. 53-time 24/7 champion, the highest champion record in history of WWE.
One of my favorite parts of this match, and
53-time.
I started 24/7
European television intercontinental champion.
I started watching it, and I mean, halfway through the match,
he sat there, he pinned Jinder Mahal on the golf course, and he goes, I'm the 24-ray European light heavyweight 7 champion. Woo!
Who did that?
R-Truth.
Oh, yeah.
He says this shit when it comes to 24/7 title. He calls it the European light heavyweight title. It's hysterical. R-Truth is acting like Kate Quick from the 90s, thinking of the other titles and everything. He's like hardcore European light heavyweight champion. I gotta get out of here.
Yo, are they still doing that 24/7 title thing?
Yes.
They are?
Yes.
All right. For some reason, it's the cheapest title on WWE.com.
R-Truth involved in it. Who is the highest record champion in WWE history at 53 24/7 title reigns?
Mm-hmm. Fuck it.
Oh, R-Truth is the man.
Hold up.
R-Truth is the man. R-Truth ages like fine wine.
Yo,
his comedy gets better and better.
Get rowdy.
I am impressed.
Moves things. Rowdy. Low down dirty ass sleazy. Succotash or something, whatever the fucking old theme song used to be. But
he's so funny. I love R-Truth. R-Truth, I hope you watch this show because you are hysterical.
Back to Knoxville.
I love what you do with the 24/7 European light heavyweight hardcore championship. See, I'm even getting into it because I like it.
Back to Knoxville and Zayn though. Fuck it, not maybe halfway. I don't know. Through the match, whatever. All of a sudden, Party Boy is here. Party Boy is here. Party Boy is here.
Whoa, we had Party Boy at WrestleMania. In my head,
Hilarious.
I just kept hearing the Party Boy song as Chris Pontius is dancing around the ring.
I was waiting for those pants to come off, bro. Head. No homo. I was waiting for those pants to come off, and I knew Sami was like, I might beat this guy's ass. As soon as those pants came off, he said, "Whoa, I ain't touching your ass." Start humping the leg, doing the little fucking, fucking vibe. And Wee Man too. And Wee Man. Wee Man made it too,
We had Party Boy at WrestleMania. I had the beat in my head. I was fucking dancing in my chair also with him doing it. It's nostalgia. You're going to go over for it.
A wee body slam. We got to see a wheel body slam. A wee body slam.
Wee Man hitting a body slam perfectly on fucking Sami Zayn. It was a Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant moment.
Absolutely.
All over again.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, holy shit.
Wee Man got F5 through a table a month ago by Brock Lesnar. He gets his revenge on Sami Zayn.
That was some great promo. Fucking, yeah. But, our boy Knoxville comes out on top. Mousetrap, slam, slap, boom. Even though it was delayed.
Mousetrap botched a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, even though it was delayed a little bit, like Knoxville being the professional that he is, he knew how to shoot. He knew how to make it work. He said, boop.
He invented it.
Kept it flowing like clockwork, though. You know what I mean? Like he just went with the flow.
Knoxville looked like a natural wrestler. It looks like I said, Vince, bring back the hardcore title.
Yeah, for sure.
And you will get a perfect match when it comes down to it. So
absolutely.
It's a no-brainer.
You already know that. Shout outs to Johnny Knoxville, jackass. I'm still coming to see your movie. I might even just sign up for Paramount Plus just for that reason. But on to the next one. We have match number 4 of the night. Speaking of 4, it is a fatal 4-way women's tag team match.
Tag team championship match.
Yep,
we got Sasha and Naomi.
Yep.
Versus Batman and Catwoman, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Shayna Baszler and Natty Neidhart.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one more team. I don't remember the last team.
Zelina Vega and the most beautiful woman in all of WWE or the world, Carmella.
Who's married to Corey Graves and was very upset that they didn't get the WrestleMania check, so Corey Graves couldn't get laid. Sorry, Corey.
Damn, Corey. She done you like that? I wonder if she wears that mask when they're in bed.
The storyline for the mask.
I'm messing up.
The storyline for the mask is like so that
I was like,
she doesn't wreck her face at the wedding.
Okay, all right. But I was just gonna say,
she doesn't want a black eye. She doesn't want to have to do a nose job before the wedding.
It looked like
so she's pulling the old mask. Cody Rhodes thing with the face mask.
Yeah, but I was like, you couldn't see her lips or anything. Kind of made her look like, honestly, like a blow-up sex doll. Like
it's funny. The mask that she was using was identical to fucking undead.
Not the Undertaker.
Disfigured Cody Rhodes.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you meant like that old Undertaker mask when he like had his.
No. It was a throwback to Cody Rhodes' mask when he got hit in the face when he was dashing, and then he broke his nose and everything.
Trish Stratus did face mask like on him too,
and everything, and he was called Cody Rhodes.
Wasn't there a time when Trish Stratus broke her nose or something? She wore a mask for a little while. What was that? I think it was probably during Lita feud. Lita feud, maybe. She had that mask on for a while. But yeah. So obviously, the Boss Glow takes the titles. We got some new tag team champions here. Some new tag team.
I just want to say something. This has nothing to do with being transphobic or anything like that. Rhea Ripley is a good-looking woman.
Yeah, she definitely is.
Why does she need to assert the pin like she's topping them?
Oh, dude, she definitely is. She's always
looking
like,
every time she goes for a pinfall. Honest to God, she looks like one of those women that should be wrestling for the fucking porn wrestling fucking show. All right, because the way she's pinning the ladies looks like she's putting the strap on and fucking asserting it right in there.
Yeah, she's definitely.
And it's not to be transphobic. I just want to know why you decide to do your pinball like that? Are you actually sitting there and going, "I'm a lesbian and I'm gonna fuck every woman that's in this business"? I mean, like, it's nothing to her. Whatever she does, she does. I just want an explanation.
Yeah, who knows?
Because if you're trying to be family friendly and the PG product you are, my mind automatically looks at that and goes, "Yo, she's topping her and she's being the butch while the bottom girl is the bitch."
Yeah, Liv Morgan, she's definitely tapping that ass. She got the strapped on.
Liv Morgan's boyfriend is in AEW.
Like, I may have came out as Donnie Darko.
Do you know who Liv Morgan's boyfriend is?
So what? Maybe she says, "Come on, babe, you could go both ways." Who the fuck knows?
Liv Morgan's boyfriend is Sean Spears.
Is it?
Over in AEW, who used to be.
I thought Sean Spears is dating Peyton Royce.
No, I think it's Liv Morgan.
I thought it's Peyton Royce, bro. I'm pretty sure it's the Iconics. Peyton Royce is Sean Spears because I was so jealous of him. I was like, damn, he's tapping that ass. Like, I fucking love Peyton. Fucking Peyton Royce is sexy as fuck.
Oh yeah, you're right.
What is she? What is she? Australian or something? What are they? English or Australian? Yeah. But fucking
Australia is part of the British Commonwealth. Yeah. But they don't sound British. They have the down under accent.
But Liv Morgan definitely has some like either mommy or daddy issues, and Rhea is her little boo thing right now, little side piece, or vice versa. She's Rhea's side piece. You don't see that?
I love how we just went down this road.
She smacked her ass like in the mid match, bro, whipping them with the whip.
Do we stay on track, or do we talk about dominating chicks? So we went this way.
This is the segue, folks, into what men think. And when you're a real man, you know what you wash your ass with. Dr. Squatch soap. Head on down below to the link, and you should tune in. What did you say? I don't know why I'm saying tune in, but subscribe to get some Dr. Squatch today. I'm going to let the guy in the fucking wheelchair take it from here, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, look. Every single time I buy Dr. Squatch soap, I'm always charged with a difficult task. Which flavor am I going to get? What scent? What beard oil? What deodorant? So get the link down below today, and you might be able for a big surprise. Dr. Squatch runs specials all the time. When you use the link down below, you can get a super gift for over $40 for under 15% off, and get yourself 3 bars of soap, a bottle of shampoo and conditioner, and maybe a bottle of deodorant added for free, a $79 value, and you might only get it for $59.99. You never know. Dr. Squatch runs these deals all the time. Deals are always available. They don't have any hidden fees, hidden charges. There's nothing hidden inside the soap when it comes to the chemicals. Everything is natural, 100%. Minerals and elements from the earth to make your skin feel better. It goes in a 0 grit, medium grit, heavy grit to get the scaly skin, or to get all that caked on dirt if you're a construction worker or if you're a ditch digger. It doesn't matter. Dr. Squatch soap, it has your back. You're not a dish, you're a man. Go out and get yourself some soap today.
Yes, sirree, Bob, and that is what we got. A little bit of Batman soap, limited edition, is still available. We got some Star Wars limited edition soaps amongst the great classics. Click that link below and lock yourself in and wash that ass like a man, because we're sure thinking like one with this whole segue we just went into.
Exactly. Men's thoughts have these questions. Even if you're 15 to 18 years old, you have these questions. It's puberty. It's life. Just go to Dr. Squatch soap. You'll figure out all the answers. Once you use that soap, you'll know exactly what you're doing.
And with that being said, let's move on to the next one, which happens to be your boy Edge versus AJ Styles.
I thought this match was good. I didn't like the ending. The wrong person went over.
Loved Edge's entrance.
I'm sorry. Edge going over was a bad idea.
You think so? I enjoyed it.
No,
he's trying to
Edge
build
should
something.
not have gone over.
But he's trying to
Edge
build
should
something.
not have gone over.
AJ
should have went over. And then the next night on Raw, we could have had Damian Priest take on AJ Styles. And in the beginning of the match, he can say, Edge, I'm going to get this one for you. And then just annihilates AJ within 30 seconds.
Well, we saw this
and then Edge comes out and then takes Damian under his wing. Yep. That's how that should have been. It shouldn't have been Damian coming out and helping Edge so Edge can win, and then Damian joining him at WrestleMania. That was stupid. Edge should not have gone over. AJ should have went over, and then the next night on Raw, like I said, Damian and AJ have a match. Damian says, Edge, I'm going to get you your win back. And then he beats him in 30 seconds. Edge comes out, and then the faction starts.
What do you think about who would say it? Would it be JR or would it be King? Would it be Damian sold his soul to the vampires? Or would it be Damian sold his soul to the vampires, JR? We might have a new brood. We got a new brood coming, kid.
I could definitely see JR doing it, going, by God, Damian Priest, he just sold his soul to the Rated R superstar.
But I saw
Looks
also
like
a meme.
Damian's about to go Rated R as well.
I saw a meme also back to our homegirl Rhea that it said purple lights during Edge's entrance, purple lights in the back when she was like backstage on Monday night when Liv came to talk to her. So they're thinking that will possibly be a female foreshadowing into the brood. What do you think on that? What do you think about?
Yes. If it's Rhea Ripley, they're going to lose the tag team match
Edge,
next week on
Raw.
Priest. And she's going to blame Liv Morgan, and then Edge is going to come out and say, come to my side. We'll get you a girl that you'll be able to become a tag team champion. If not, you'll end up becoming women's champion.
Yeah, I'm thinking I've seen a lot of speculation that they got to bring Rhea back. People want to see her in the singles division again. People want to see her being the beast, unlocking the full potential that she has to be a destroyer and a women's champion for sure, 100%. I'm in that same boat. I like her
probably
in because of all the HLA imagination.
In the next 8 months, Rhea Ripley will be a heavy contender for the women's title.
Speaking of HLA, who coined that term? Wasn't it King? HLA, JR?
No,
HLA.
it was
Vince McMahon.
It was Eric Bischoff.
It was Bischoff. You're right. Some HLA. Hot lesbian action. I can't do no fucking
look,
Bischoff.
Look, smile. Eric, smile.
Whole smile, Eric. But yeah, you know, I predicted AJ. I think you had AJ picked. Edge takes it.
Should not have won. He should not have won.
Hold on. Just do that. Do just what you did. Now as Kamala. He should not have won. He should not have.
You shouldn't have won. You shouldn't have won. Oh, that's why I won.
We're bringing a new brood to town.
Look, my vampires are going to suck your blood better than your vampires. Honestly, it's the truth. My vampires are great. They're not all white and paley as yours. They all have spray tans. They look like they're from New Jersey. One of them is, how you say, the situation. I turned him into a vampire. He says GTLV, Gym, Tan, Laundry, and Vampire. I don't know what it means, but it works.
My vampires are clearly...
GTLV,
hold on.
GTLV, Gym, Tan, Laundry, and Vampire.
Before this thought leaves my head...
Man, my brain is on a roll today.
My vampires are absolutely superior beings. My vampires are like Blade. Their vampires are like little Twilight vampires. And my vampires are hunting their vampires. We are going to win this thing.
Your vampires are kind of like, how you say, they're kind of like the Resident Evil lickers. Okay? They look naked. All right. And quite frankly, it's kind of disturbing. I mean, I'm for the children. The children love me. So you have to put on clothes. All right. I mean, look at me. I wear a 10-piece suit. This tie's $1,000. The spray tan's $1 million. That's why I'm worth billions and billions of dollars. That's why The Rock, he says millions, but I have billions.
With a B.
With a B. Billions. Oh, and Rock, do you have a jet that's made out of gold and has 4 beautiful 757 Rolls-Royce airplane engines? Each engine
We love you,
alone
Bobby.
has 2 gallons of gas. The best gas in the world comes from our natural springs.
We love you, Bobby. You're gonna come play our blade.
We have coal.
You're
The
gonna play our
cleanest
blade.
coal. It's the cleanest coal you'll ever see. And we love Bobby, right? We love Bobby. Bobby won me the match at WrestleMania. Yeah, me and Bobby shaved Vince's head. It was great. It was huge. It was the best thing that I ever did besides becoming your president, the best president in 100 years, probably next to Teddy Roosevelt, the greatest pioneer of American history. People look at me and go, Donald, you remind me of Teddy Roosevelt. And I sit there and go, why do you think I remind you of Teddy Roosevelt? And they say, because you're the greatest. You're a pioneer. You don't take anybody's words for less than the bottom dollar. And it goes, that's right. We're the most transparent administration of all time. When I said we sold $10 billion to the Iraqis, I came out and said, we made money. Even though we sold it, I made money. Change my mind, bro. You can't do it. Nobody can do it better than me. Right, Bobby? That's why Bobby won at WrestleMania. I shaved Vince's head. And in 2011, okay, frankly, I was probably the best Hall of Fame inductee in 2011 when Vince inducted the 45th president. Actually, sorry, soon to be 45th president of the United States of America. And it was fantastic. It was huge. We did it in New Jersey. It was beautiful. When I came out, everything was made of gold.
Celebrities
Vince even inducted me himself. It was fantastic.
He got inducted into the Hall of Fame?
2011, Celebrity Wing.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that.
That was the year that Donald Trump officially was starting to throw his hat into the ring. That was the year that Donald Trump was challenging Obama's birth certificate.
Oh, so that's when pretty much
was
Vince was like, well, it's now or never, I guess, because I can't do it when you're president, Donald.
Look, in 1999, I could have ran on the independents, and I probably would have won, but we had Ross Perot, which I liked Ross Perot. I thought Ross Perot would have been a great president. But frankly, like me, in 2011, when I was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, we had the roast of Donald Trump, which I thought it was fantastic. And fuck you all, I got more money than you'll ever have. And number 2, okay, we had some of the best numbers when I was out in 2011 just challenging Obama's birth certificate. It said he was from Chicago. And it turns out he was from Hawaii and then Kenya. And then it turns out that someone in his family was a African terrorist during the apartheid. So I don't know. He says he's Hawaiian, even though he was born on a military base in Kenya by America, which makes it American soil, which that means it should be illegitimate. He didn't come to this country legally. Okay.
This man went on.
And plus also President Barack Hussein, which is Iraqi and terrorist, might I add. Obama, which is close to Osama. Okay. He smoked crack with a huge domestic terrorist when he was in college. Now, what the fuck is that about?
What are you talking about? Domestic terrorist.
When President Barack Obama was in college, he smoked crack with the biggest homeland terrorist in American history.
Who?
I can't remember his name, but if you Google it, you can Google Actually, I'll Google it right now while we're on, while we're doing this, so that I have legitimate proof, because I know that for a fact.
College days.
Who did Obama smoke crack with?
Willie Nelson, damn it. I don't know. Maybe he just did it with Dave Chappelle back in the day. He was on his shit.
Hold on.
This is News Center at 9 with your co-hosts, Tree J the Roadstar Rodent and Time Warp. I was practicing. I was definitely hammered last night, and I was definitely practicing a lot of voiceovers. And I was pretty reckless last night. I was just drunk. Those little those Coronas did me dirty, bro. Those two cans, those two tall boys, they were like 8%, bro. They were sweet. Tasted like orange soda, mango soda. But whoa, and all sorts of twisted.
Come on, my phone's being really.
Come on, man.
My phone's starting to piss.
Come on, man. Just trying to find my good boy, Bo. Trying to find my good boy, Bo. Came to visit me last week at the White House. I got lost on the way to the bathroom. I sat there for a minute, and I said, do I even gotta go to the bathroom? I already did it in my adult deities. So I went and greeted him. Smelled like shit. I'm old. I'm lost. I'm cold like Miss Hess in the garage after she froze in Home Alone 3. I know, he can't
find it, but go to louderwithcrowder.com. It's on there. That I know for a fact.
Yeah. All right. Well,
he smoked crack with a very huge domestic terrorist when they were in college. So it's true.
So, let's move on. We got our next match. We got our boy Sheamus.
And the worst match in history. We got Bitch Bo and Butch versus the New Day. Yeah. I'm sorry, Butch Bo. I'm sorry, hold on.
B cubed.
Butch Bo and Bit. Butch Botch and Bitch. There we go. Butch Botch and Bitch.
So, what did you think?
Butch Sheamus, Botch Ridge Holland, and Bitch Pete Dunne.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say that's who Butch is, Pete Dunne, formerly known as whatever. I don't know. He was an NXT guy, right?
Sheamus, when he joined the group, Sheamus was like, "You guys may know him as a different name, but to us, he's known as Butch."
Okay, so that's a gimmick change right there. I predicted New Day.
Massive gimmick change live on TV, and they acknowledged it.
Yeah. I predicted New Day.
Same way they did with Ezekiel. You're Elias.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm Elias' younger brother, Ezekiel.
Yeah.
It looks like Randy Savage without a fucking beard.
Which brings me to my next question, bro. I commented on you and I said, we found Randy. We found the real live action Randy.
We found the next Randy.
Got to throw the glasses on him.
He looks put a beard just on him. Like him.
That's who's going to play Randy.
He was wearing the pink, dude. Originally, when he switched the character up, Vince wanted to see what he looked like with his tights on. Mm-hmm. Not his, Elias gear. He wanted to see what he looked like. He wanted to see what he looked like in his professional wrestling gear. And when he saw him in the pink tights, the pink elbow pads, and the pink fucking knee pads with the pink tights, he looked at him and said, "Jesus Christ, he looks too much like Randy Savage." Because he looked just like Randy Savage, the same build, same tights, the beard, the hair. He looked just like Randy Savage.
Was he wrestling like that for a while? Was he wrestling, or that was the first appearance of him in a while? Whatever happened to Elias?
That was the first appearance ever in his tights.
Okay, so what happened to Elias, though? Where did that guy store? I used to love Elias. I'm so happy I saw him in Binghamton because Walk with Elias. I loved it. It was great. It was entertaining coming out on his guitar.
WWE stands for Walk with Elias.
Yeah. Yeah, I've chanted that. I've got to say that at Binghamton at a house show. Then Braun Strowman came out. Braun Strowman came out and beat the shit out of him.
I got to say that Monday Night Raw, the night after WrestleMania. WWE stands for Walk with Elias, and the next man to interrupt me is a dead man.
Taker.
I got to be there for an Undertaker fucking entrance.
That's dope.
Let me tell you,
was that Raw 25?
Now, I'm getting the fucking goosebumps just thinking about it because that's how that fucking entrance feels.
Yo, fucking, was that Raw 25? The WrestleMania around Raw 25?
No, that was back in 2019.
Okay, I think I went in 2017 or.
That was the night after MetLife Stadium's WrestleMania, where John Cena came out as the Doctor of Thugonomics.
All right, I was on the WWE 25
and the same night
tour
that my boy Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins won the tag team championships on the pre-show at WrestleMania in a ladder match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I saw Braun Strowman beat him up, and then Kane came out. So you saw Taker, I saw Kane. That's pretty dope. I love Kane.
I got to see Sami Zayn come back that night.
One thing I don't like about Kane is WWE, not Kane. Bullshit fake flames. They don't use real flames no more. They didn't use real pyros when I went and saw them at all. Like, it was just like flames on the screen and then and light show.
When it's a house show, it's different. When it's television, they use real.
I don't think so. I feel like they just bought pyro.
Trust me, I've seen it. I was there when they did pyro, and it's different. House shows are different. Yeah. They don't use that much money for house shows, but on live television, they go all out.
Okay, because I was going to say, I've definitely seen Kane's Flames in person on Raw before when I went in Nassau Coliseum.
Yes, like I said, on television, it's different, but in house shows, like, they don't spend that type of money.
03, 04, 02, 03, 04, sometime around there. Eddie was still alive, too.
WWE doesn't want to spend that type of money on house shows to where that they'll spend that type of money on live TV.
All right, but who'd you get picked for this? Ridge and Sheamus, New Day. I had New Day.
I wasn't invested in this match.
I wasn't really either. Because I was relying on you to tell me who won, because for some reason
who would have won the stupid storyline.
I have both of them crossed out.
You guys only put it together post haste because Biggie broke his neck because of fucking botch. So
which one is that? Ridge
Holland botch. Butch, Sheamus, Ridge Holland botch, bitch, beat done.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling's so much more risky now with all the crazy moves that they do and the talent that they have, bro. Like, they do way more crazy
Nobody
shit.
Takes their time.
Innovative shit.
Randy Orton said it in an interview a little while ago. He's like, nobody takes their time, and nobody teaches these people how to actually fucking time everything and take your time and do everything. It's like, you're going to get older. Your body's going to want to, slow down. You're going to have to work with it. Now, everybody wants to get all their moves out in like 2 minutes, which is ridiculous. Enjoy your match.
Yeah. Okay, so
go with the flow. Don't sit there and make it all high pace. It's like it's not the Indies.
I mean, since neither one of us were invested in that, we'll have to go back and see who it is. Move on to Taker's last look back. He came out.
His last ride.
Yeah, and that gave me chills. Like, I literally shook in my house. It was like an ice box. It felt like it was like I felt like my soul left my body. He was like, anybody who ever watched me, you're coming to hell with me.
As a kid, I always wanted to see Kurt Angle. I got to see Kurt Angle Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. I always wanted to be part of the Undertaker entrance. I got to be a part of it. I got to see the Shield reunite on Monday Night Raw. That was cool.
Madison Square?
No, at the Barclays Center night after WrestleMania. Okay. Dean Ambrose made his return. Sami Zayn and Dean Ambrose both made their returns. I was there that night after WrestleMania. Braun Strowman I was going to cash in his money in the bank briefcase, and he never did. He just put fucking Roman Reigns to a table.
Ooh. Good shit. But you know, it's the end of the road, man. Like I said, back to the beginning.
I
Our
got to be
childhood is
part of a
dying.
"You Suck" chant for Kurt Angle with the audience. That best highlight of my life. Sorry, as one of the biggest Kurt Angle fans as a kid, and still to this day, I'm a big Kurt Angle fan. To be part of the "You Suck" chant, with the fans in live television when Kurt Angle's coming out.
Yeah, Estro was a huge.
The fucking 5-year-old came out of me. I was enjoying.
Yeah. Woo! It was a little hop on the leg, a little taunt. Woo! Fucking Kurt. Legendary American in his own right. He's gonna have.
He won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. Fuck Gable Stevenson. You didn't win a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. Yeah. Kurt Angle did.
Yeah. I wish they.
Kurt Angle's a real American hero.
He should come back and do a storyline like that with them. Have them in a handicap match against him. Shoot wrestling.
Kurt Angle is the best Olympian of all time in professional wrestling. Even when it comes to Olympic wrestling, the best of all time is nobody will ever be able to win a gold medal with a broken freaking neck because of medical protocols today. So Kurt Angle is the toughest son of a bitch in history.
I think that's right, dude, because when you think about it, I was talking about it the other day, and I said, it might have even been with you. I don't know, just off the record, but I said, like, that doesn't get acknowledged enough. You know how fucking hard it is to win a fucking gold medal at anything?
They don't do that anymore. You get a concussion, they stop it right away.
But I'm just
saying, break something, they stop it right away.
Anything, dude. Just anything at all. A fucking neck?
You start bleeding out of your ear, they stop it right away.
Yeah, so I mean, the rules have definitely changed. The game has changed. The game is gone.
Kurt Angle is the toughest son of a bitch in Olympic history. He won it with a broken neck, and you can tell it was broken because he had this big fat lump out of the fucking side of his neck.
But it definitely doesn't get as much acclaim as it should. You
know? No, he doesn't.
No, I mean that feat alone. Like when we talk about like greatest gold medals in the history of winning.
It's one of the reasons why I love Kurt Angle is because he suffered through one of the worst injuries a human person can take, because he even knew that if he was, if his opponent was to fucking notice that his neck was broken and everything, could have paralyzed him for the rest of his life. But he took the chance and he won the gold for the United States.
Yo, see if Instagram has we could cut this segment too if need be. I don't know how that works, but see if Instagram has watch on YouTube and see if we can watch that fucking match.
They don't. That function's still not on here yet.
No, I think it is on Instagram now.
No, it's not.
I thought we saw that ability on Instagram.
No, you're talking about screen share on Facebook.
Open it, and there's a media thing next to add. If you want to add a third person, it's media, and you can watch videos now. Otherwise, I would just pull it up on my iPad, but I can't project it to the screen if that's the case right now.
No, it's only just real movies.
Oh, it's only real movies?
Yep. You're thinking of Facebook does that. Yeah. Told you.
Yeah, there is. You're right. It is Facebook. Maybe we'll come back to it in the end. We'll come back. We'll bring it back.
You don't need Google. I'm 90% right all the time. You don't need Google.
But no, I'm just saying I just want to watch it. But okay, so
I don't need Google. My co-host knows just about everything.
Vince comes out to introduce Austin Theory.
The next Universal Champion, Austin Theory.
I mentioned to you that Vince McMahon's in his office, and I said, where did he get the name Austin Theory from? And he said, I have this theory of you becoming the next Austin. On the night Austin leaves, in theory, you're Austin Theory. But That's just my
I like
take on it.
Austin Theory. Austin Theory is funny as fuck. I love him. He will be a great champion one day.
So
I can't wait for that to happen.
We do
But
get Pat
can
McAfee.
we talk about the biggest? Can we talk about? All right, Super Bowl winning Pat McAfee.
Okay. I didn't know he won a Super Bowl. That's dope. I was like, Super Bowl winning? What the hell are you going with this yet? We ain't on the main event yet. But okay. Pat McAfee, yes, versus Austin Theory. I predicted Pat McAfee. It was a dope fucking vignette leading up to the match. You know, it gave that whole little story. But another natural in Pat. Back to the celebrity division and all the naturals. There was another natural.
Well, he's not a celebrity. He's a former football player.
Still kind of a celebrity.
And he did have a WWE match before WrestleMania. He wrestled Adam Cole on NXT.
Yeah. Okay. But
Pat McAfee's show is owned by WWE.
Is it now? It's always been?
Well, now it's affiliated with it, so
Yeah,
it would be owned by it.
Not necessarily. You can still be independent. They just have a sponsorship with them, a good working thing, working relationship.
They're affiliated with them. It's on Peacock TV with the WWE. Okay. You go to Pat McAfee show. It's under WWE on Peacock. So so technically WWE has rights.
I'm sure. And then they definitely do.
Because the Pat McAfee show has a lot of wrestlers on it. So yeah, you're gonna exactly.
But I mean it was a great match. Austin Theory versus Pat McAfee, and
Pat McAfee had a killer entrance. He had the Dallas Cowboy fucking cheerleaders come out.
Yeah, that was fire.
Fucking, it felt like a real football star was coming out to the fucking ring. It's like, oh my god, he's coming out against he's coming out with one of his rivals' fucking cheerleaders. That's crazy.
Yeah, but just to have
he used to be on the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh yeah,
he used to be on the same team with Peyton Manning.
Oh yeah. Okay. But that was just dope in general, though. You're right. Even whether it's opposing teams, cheerleaders.
Colts and the Cowboys have always had a rivalry. So it's funny how Pat McAfee comes out with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
Yeah, that's a fact. I was thinking like he was getting up there, and then right before they did the big boom superplex, I was like, he checked to him, like, and I was like, oh, he's not ready for it yet. He's not really ready for this yet. Maybe that's what they were discussing, you know, like right there, like, can you do this? Can you do this? Like, oh, I don't know if I can do this right now, or whatever. Walking himself through it, maybe. I don't know what his training was prior coming into this match, but then he went down, and then he just did that natural leap up, crazy leap suplex.
Fucking athletic as fuck, bro. I was like, athletic as fuck.
Woo! That was a hell yeah moment. Like, that was insane. I was just like, okay, this motherfucker's a natural. Like, I already said he was a natural earlier on in Pat, but that just proved it. That was the icing on the fucking cake to have everybody like, hell yeah.
And then Pat wins the match. Vince gets pissed off, starts talking to Austin Theory.
At this time,
he sits there and he starts teasing, taking the jacket off. The crowd starts going nuts. And then after that, Vince is like, nah. And then after that, fucking Pat's calling him in and everything. And then he finally takes the jacket off, and the crowd goes hysterical. Fucking Vince has a fucking wife beater on, and the fucking bell rings, and fucking Vince McMahon punts a fucking football at fucking Pat McAfee's stomach and pins him. 1, 2, 3. Vince McMahon won a match at WrestleMania, and the first time he's wrestled a legitimate match in 10 years at WrestleMania. It's crazy hysterical.
Shit. I literally told you earlier on in the night, I said, we were like, why is there so much time left if there's only this, unless like the main event runs this long or whatever.
Report came out today.
But I said,
report came out today that everybody backstage, even the story writers, told Vince that it wouldn't be a good match and told him not to wrestle.
Well,
turns out the Vince McMahon segment was the best segment of the whole show.
I called 9 matches, and I don't know. I didn't know how we were going to get it at all, but I did tell you earlier in the night, as I was saying that, I said there's going to be 9 matches somehow. Like, if we already got this much time left. But of course, bro, And you know that Vince is going to go out on the same accord on one of his greatest creations of all time also. Well, two of his greatest creations of all time, if you think about Taker leaving and Triple H leaving 3, and then Austin in the same night. But one of the greatest feuds of all time, Mr. McMahon versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yet again, and we got old 1997.
Dude, this match definitely gave me chills. Like,
Vince could never sell a stunner back then, and he couldn't sell a stunner fucking 24 years later.
Okay, so we get the 4 turnbuckles, you know, classic Austin as always. We spoke on last night. I mean, I think that maybe the torch has been passed. I mean, Austin stuns Austin.
Austin Theory. Hey, Austin Theory. The best sell of a stunner in history. Fuck The Rock. The Rock sold stunners awesomely, but Austin Theory proved the fact that is how you sell a stunner.
Yeah. He probably waited to take that stunner his whole fucking life.
The Rock does it awesome. The Rock is great at selling the stunner.
Mm-hmm. Scott Hall too.
But Austin Theory sold that so well because Austin looks so light and everything. Mm-hmm. So the way he sold it was perfect.
It was so
fucking jumping all over the ring like a rag doll.
It was like over-exaggerated.
Great.
But
that was the best sell of all time.
My favorite part of the match is that once Austin Theory even starts to tango with Stone Cold Steve Austin, like Vince steps back and he's like, "Boy, this one's your fight. Count me out." Like, I've been on the other end of that shtick a couple dozen times. Like, this ass whooping, you're going to take this. You're going to get that mud hole stomped in you. You're going to get a stunner, probably drink a little beer unintentionally or unequivocally, unconsciously. But, you know, obviously.
Point is, the clock was turned back. It was 1997, Stone Cold, Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Vince sells the worst stunner of all time. Pat McAfee gets up, they celebrate, and then Austin hits him with a stunner. And then Brian Saxton comes in the ring, celebrates with Stone Cold, and he gets a stunner.
So Vince McMahon,
Byron Saxton.
Like you said, when we said Vince botched the hell out of that stunner, that he couldn't take a stunner, it was way worse than the one he did. Yeah, but that was like,
can't call that a bot.
Well, I think that was his whole thing, though. His whole run with it was that he couldn't sell it, and that's what made it so great. But I was thinking, like, poor motherfucker. Both his knees came out. It was those double quads, kid.
Everybody knows that Vince could never sell it back then. What do you think he's going to sell it?
It was the knees, the bee's knees this time. But Stone Cold, you know, Stone Cold couldn't stop laughing. He was just like, he's like, you so botched that.
Yeah. Fucking life.
He's like, you so botched that shit, you dumb son bitch, you old son bitch.
That's why he had to get Byron Saxton in the ring to make it official because he fucked up.
But you know, Pat McAfee gets in the ring. I mean, that's your WrestleMania moment, kid. Like, for me, it wasn't even the wrestling match with Austin Theory and that big leaping fucking superplex.
No,
superplex was not your moment
drinking
either.
Your beer with Stone Cold and then getting stunner.
Yep, Pat's still drinking after getting a stunner. That was probably one of the greatest things I've ever seen. That would so be me. I would totally do that shit.
Main event in WWE history. We got title
TJ's
versus title. Unification match. Cowboy, Mountain Man, Final Boss, Brock Lesnar versus Acknowledge Me, Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns.
You give us your rundown. I'll give you my rundown after.
It was perfect the way that the match went. I knew Roman was going over, but
I predicted Brock.
I've said this on Twitter. Mm-hmm. As a smart mark, which is somebody who's intelligent to the business, I knew Roman was going over. But I really wanted the swerve of Brock Lesnar going over.
Yeah. I think
I'm gonna be honest with
you said, like, when we talked about it, you said the
I
wrestling fan
wanted
in me.
the swerve. Brock Lesnar should have won the match.
Yeah, that's the wrestling fan in you. I think that's how you said it. The wrestling fan in me wanted Brock to win, but
the wrestling fan in me wanted Brock to win, not only for the fact that this was probably the greatest time that Brock Lesnar has ever had in the WWE.
Yeah, definitely by far.
All right, the greatest time that he's ever had because he got to be himself. And there's a reason why I call him Cowboy Mountain Man Final Boss Brock Lesnar, because WWE does treat him like the final boss.
And let me tell
you know, like if you're playing Mortal Kombat, that's Brock Lesnar Shao Kahn.
Fatality. F5.
If you're playing Mortal Kombat, Brock Lesnar is Shao Kahn. 100%. He is the final fucking boss.
I feel like he's like Goro, though.
No, Roman Reigns is Goro.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Brock Lesnar is Shao Kahn.
I feel like Brock
and that's how WWE has portrayed it for so long.
Now. He looks like Goro even. But
how about this? How about Roman Reigns came out first and Brock Lesnar came out last? Final boss, Brock Lesnar.
Fucking. But
I wanted Lesnar to win. That was the fan in me.
Yeah.
I knew Roman was going over. It made sense storyline wise. Yes, it made sense. Finally, end this fucking thing. But you could have put like if Jim Cornette, I love you, Jim. Know this. This is why I'm putting you in here because you're a great wrestling mind. I wish you would have been Brock Lesnar's manager after Paul Heyman did the split, because then we could have had James E. Cornette versus Paulie Dangerously.
Mm-hmm.
The northern version of Jim Cornette, Paul Heyman, and the southern version of Paul Heyman, Jim Cornette.
Okay.
As manager on both sides, Brock doesn't really need a mouthpiece, but you could give him Cornette anyway for the brains. Cornette could have put a stipulation in the match going, well, since this is now the 1,000th time that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar is wrestling for a championship, we're going to put a little stipulation in here. If Brock wins, Roman is no longer allowed to challenge Brock Lesnar for the world title. But if Roman Reigns wins, Brock can never face Roman for the championship again. So it's a double stipulation. Because nobody wants to see this match again. So, and even Jim Cornette makes it apparent that nobody wants to see these two meatheads fucking wrestle for fucking 1,000 times. So,
how many times?
That's how you should have done the match.
How many times have they wrestled, though?
WrestleMania 31, WrestleMania 32, WrestleMania 35, WrestleMania 38.
They've really wrestled 4 times at WrestleMania now? Yeah, you're right. Nobody.
First one with Seth Rollins taking it from both of them. Second time, Brock Lesnar going over. Third time, Brock Lesnar going over again, and the crowd got really pissed.
Yeah.
And fourth time, Roman Reigns went over, and the crowd was still pissed.
Yo, which is crazy, though, because that brings me back. Like I said, I hated Brock, but at this point, with Brock the way he is, like you said, Mountain Man, Cowboy Brock Lesnar, as you call him, I think even if, just because he's himself now, and they brought back that aspect of the Attitude Era, like kind of be yourself, even if this motherfucker was a heel at this point, I think I'd still like him. Please, Brock, just don't go back.
Go for Brock.
Yeah, just don't go back to that, like, Paul's going to talk for me all the time, and I'm going to stand here and give you 50 suplexes and just shut my face like I'm a Bill Goldberg wannabe.
My name is Paul Heyman, and I am the advocate for Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm. But, it's just, I don't want him to go back to that shit, because it's like,
you're messing with the beast,
bro.
You're messing with the beast.
I do like
him the best.
I like him when he talks though, and he
Paul, say
cuts his little
something
jokes
stupid.
and shit. Haha.
The best promo I think Brock ever gave. He was facing somebody, and he was backstage. And the promo he did, he just fucking ripped the mic out of the fucking interviewer's hand. He goes, "I'm the beast. I'm the best."
Yeah.
Paul, say something stupid.
I think my favorite one was, and you probably sent it to me, or I don't remember. I might have watched it too, but like I said, I haven't followed much recent wrestling, but Brock and Sami Zayn, Canadian brothers, and we talked about it before, Step Brothers. Oh man, that's the remake we need. That was my favorite promo ever of Brock Lesnar. I just said, like, holy shit.
I think that was Sami
Brock
Zayn's best segment ever.
I love Brock
I
Lesnar
think
now.
that
He's
was
great.
Sami's best segment.
Like, where have you been hiding this? Why am I just seeing this now? Why have you changed from actually into Brock Lesnar from Cock Lesnar, you dickhead that I hated for so long?
Lesnar's the shit. But I think Roman dislocated his arm in this match. There was a point where the camera heard him saying to Paul Heyman, "It's out, it's out. I think it's out." And then you saw when he released the title, he had a problem lifting up his one arm.
Might I say that? I know I mentioned it last night. Roman, the most boring, longest entrance of all time.
As of right now, it looks like a dislocated shoulder, but he might have torn his bicep.
Hope that's
they don't know. It looked like he was okay on Raw, but that doesn't mean that we won't find out until tomorrow night on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. Well, tonight on SmackDown or tomorrow, whenever.
Tomorrow's SmackDown. Tonight's
last night's SmackDown. By the time they see this on Saturday, I might drop both parts. I might drop both parts in the same day. But like I said, we could have waited to watch SmackDown, but I feel like it's going to be a recap of WrestleMania. We'll probably be right. So just filler right here, filler void right here. But
overall WrestleMania, I'm going to give it a good fucking 4 stars for an entire pay-per-view.
Hold on. But
only for the fact that both nights were crazy.
I'm going to give you my little, hold on, I just got to plug in my phone right quick. I'm going to give you my little rundown, though, right quick. Like I said, Roman, most boring, long entrance of all time. The fireworks were the most entertaining part, in my opinion. I was like, holy shit, fireworks after that bullshit. Fucking took forever. I was like, you're not Stone Cold going to 4 turnbuckles, throwing up middle fingers. But, okay, so we get 1 spear through the barricade, 1 in-ring spear, 1 Superman punch, 1 more Superman punch, peekaboo, 2 German suplexes, 3, 4, 5. Roman got a round trip ticket to, you guessed it, Suplex City. F5. F5 reversed into a Superman punch. Spear reversed into an F5. Refs down, low blow. Pass the belt to Roman. We when we were doing the DraftKings shit, we filled it out. You said he's probably going to bluff it to both of them and then wind up leaving. But, you know,
walk away, turned out not wanting to be involved.
Yep, but yeah, pass the belt to Roman, hits Lesnar, 1-2 kick out, reverse spear from the back. Roman did a back spear. I guess he tried to be the dominant beast. He's like, I'll show you the big dog style, doggy style in the back.
Come on, I gotta do the meds.
All right, yeah, rope break, regular spear, reverse into Kimura. Paul pushed the rope, obviously, fucker. Reverse F5 into a spear for 1, 2, 3. There we go. Great WrestleMania. You know how it goes.
What do you rate it, star-wise? Both shows.
What did you? I enjoyed night 1 more than night 2. If that's what you're gonna say, that's what you're thinking. But
I enjoyed night 1 more than night 2 myself.
Also, NXT Braun Breaker. Quick honorable mention: Steiner's get inducted. Braun Breaker Monday Night Raw obtains the NXT Championship. He's going to get a nice push, hopefully.
I just want to throw this little tidbit out there. When Braun Breaker was introducing his brother and his uncle and his dad, he sat there and he's like, "I'm probably going to get in a lot of trouble for this, but I'm going to give my uncle the microphone."
Okay. But
I hope I don't regret it.
You know, no. I hope he gets a push, bro. It's nice to see another Steiner. I just want them, but back to like what we said. I just want him to be a Steiner. So we got to call him Braun Steiner, even if you call him Braun the Breaker Steiner or Braun Breaker Steiner.
I like that, Braun Breaker Steiner.
You know, something like that. But But all right, kid, I say 4 out of 5. WrestleMania.
4 out of 5 here. It was good. Night 1 was a lot better than night 2. I mean, like, you could have moved the Cody match over to night 2,
Night 2 was
you
good,
could have
though.
kept it, or like I said on last episode, you could have moved Charlotte Flair with Cody Rhodes match, because it would have made more sense, because then you would have got the crowd really hyped for Stone Cold instead of losing that flow for Stone Cold. You would have kept a really high energy, probably more than what Stone Cold got originally.
Yeah, and I just don't know why I didn't think until I was like, Stone Cold's WrestleMania ain't over on Saturday. Of course he's going to be there for Sunday. It's fucking WrestleMania weekend. What was I thinking that Saturday was his last beer bash? So I was thinking about doing a second beer bash, but I'll just keep it at 1. Till next time, Steve. I did it after his first match, though, first official match in 19 years, which was more important than a regular beer bash match. A regular beer bash,
Yes.
though. A match beer bash is way more important. So that's what matters. But we signing off. Wrestling with Time, episode 16. Check below for the sponsors, the links. Follow us on all socials. Just hit my microphone again, but we out. Doing